Welcome back. In today's journey through time and meaning, we'll mark the lighthearted celebration of childhood wonder and creativity. We'll also pause for Memorial Day, which is a solemn tribute to those who have given their lives in service to the United States. Beyond that, we have a word, a couple of historical events, a music great, a song, and a quote. So grab your favorite cuppa, sit back, and let's have a look. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for May 26th. May 26th is the 146th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 147th in leap years, with 219 days remaining to the end of the year. May 26th is National Paper Airplane Day. This is an unofficial observance in the United States, according to Wikipedia, to commemorate this simple aeronautical toy. Observers might organize social gatherings where participants can create and fly paper airplanes, possibly including contests in which there might be categories for distance and time in air. The latest results I could find were from 2012, so hopefully that only means no one has broken those records since then. I hope someone's still observing Paper Airplane Day. Let me know in the comments if you've ever heard of this before or if you've ever participated in a Paper Airplane Day event. Meanwhile, go make yourself a paper airplane and give it a spin. Memorial Day. Originally called Decoration Day, it's a day set aside to honor military personnel who died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. From 1868 to 1970, Decoration Day was observed on May 30th, and since then it's been observed on the last Monday in May, so as to make for a long weekend. Someone asks, what's the difference then between Memorial Day and Veterans Day? And the answer to that question is that Memorial Day honors those who have died in military service, and Veterans Day honors all who have served in a branch of the United States Armed Forces. And of course, we'll talk about that one when it rolls around in November. Memorial Day is a federal holiday and is considered the unofficial start of summer in the United States. Memorial Day. Now, sometimes in the process of researching for these episodes, I come across words I've never seen before, and we have such a word today. Now we better check the pronunciation.
Agnomen.
Agnomen. Agnomen. Okay. Today's word is agnomen. Agnomen. Agnomen is a noun that means, well, Merriam-Webster calls it an additional cognomen given to a person by the ancient Romans as in honor of some achievement. So now we have an obscure word defined by another obscure word. But a cognomen would either be one's surname or a distinguishing nickname or epithet. By the way, a surname refers to what in my culture is called one's last name, like Bowers is my last name or surname. So in the case of the ancient Romans, if some notable individual had the name he was given at birth, but perhaps had done some notable thing and the culture wanted him to be specifically remembered for that notable thing, he might be issued an agnomen. We'll hear more about this in a minute. Anyway, agnomen, and that's obviously from Latin, first known use is in 1654, agnomen. And with that, on May 26th in the year 17, Germanicus celebrated a triumph in Rome for his victories over several German tribes west of the Elbe River, one of the major rivers of Central Europe. The agnomen Germanicus had been added to his full name in 9 BC, when Germanicus would have been about 6 years old, when it was posthumously awarded to his late father in honor of his victories in Germania. By the way, if you're a student of ancient Roman history, you probably already know this, but this particular Germanicus was the father of the incredibly awful Emperor Caligula, but that's another story. Montana was organized as a United States territory on May 26, 1864. This is the birthday of American singer, songwriter, drummer, and producer Levon Helm, born May 25, 1940. He grew up in a little hamlet of Turkey Scratch, Arkansas, raised by hard-working people who also loved music. He was one of the 3 lead singers for the band. You can hear his creative drumming style and his voice on such songs as The Weight, Up on Cripple Creek, and The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down. He also did some acting, appearing as Loretta Lynn's father in the movie Coal Miner's Daughter, and as Chuck Yeager's friend and colleague, Captain Jack Ridley in The Right Stuff, and other parts as well. Well known and much loved by his friends and fans, Mr. Helm passed away at the age of 71 in 2012. Levon Helm. Today's song is Stranger on the Shore by Mr. Acker Bilk. It's a clarinet instrumental that Mr. Bilk wrote for his young daughter and was originally named Jenny after her. It's a lovely piece released in October of 1961. Considered an easy listening or jazz piece, Stranger on the Shore became the first British recording to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, followed soon after by another instrumental called Telstar, but that's a story for another day. That said, British singer Vera Lynn's song Auf Wiedersehen, Sweetheart did reach #1 in the U.S. in 1952, but that was a different list with a different selection criteria. But today's song is Stranger on the Shore by Mr. Acker Bilk, which hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 on May 26, 1962. Link in the description. How about that? As a national holiday in the U.S., many people have the day off, so whether you're soaring paper airplanes in the sunlight, listening to a timeless tune, or honoring those past in a quiet moment of gratitude, may the day be a good one for you. For today's quote, I found a fitting reminder for Memorial Day from writer Joseph Campbell. He was, among other things, the author of a work of comparative mythology called The Hero with 1,000 Faces. And our quote is, "A hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself." Joseph Campbell. Alrighty, y'all take care. Be good to each other. I'll see you next time. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlists in the description. You can find me on BitChute, Facebook, Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, and X, as well as on a blog page called No Really. All those links are in the description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.